Welcome back to Australia. After our exciting Aldi Australia's Funky Corner store tour, today we're checking out a regular Aldi store. Let's discover Aldi's local initiatives, Australia's lowest prices, and amazing Halloween and Christmas special buys. Welcome to Aldi in Perth, Australia. In today's store tour, we're diving into the home of Australia's lowest prices, where your weekly shop won't be beaten. And check this out, amazing banana deals to start things off. $3.99 Australian dollars per kilo. Next up, the Aldi Super Savers. These are the weekly promotions, like blueberries for just €2.49 Australian dollars, which is roughly €150 USD. You'll also find grapes, asparagus, some tomatoes, onions, and plenty more fresh picks. Now, take a look at how neatly everything is displayed. Aldi keeps it super efficient with beautiful wooden shelves where they just slide the racks right in. Simple and effective. One thing Aldi takes seriously? Supporting local Aussie farmers. They make a big effort to stock local produce whenever possible. They have been rated best supermarket fruit and veggies in Australia. It is not a surprise when you see this selection, and by the way, they love to get their hands dirty. Let's check out the price of the red beetroot, $2.49 for 4. That's quite competitive. That's it for fresh produce, great selection, and the prices are looking good too. Let's head back to the fridges and see what's inside. Okay, we start with produce and berries. Everyone digs them, lovely signage by the way. If I may, not that many berries inside of the fridges. Looks like it is mainly veggies here. Asparagus for just 99 cents. Wow, that's a steal. Worth the smell. Aussie product names are so fun. How about these mushroom? Plenty of salads too, including a brand called The Good Stuff. Interesting to see so many different packed salads, priced at $4.99. Next up, a very popular section, meat. We're kicking things off with meatballs for $7.99, along with stunning pork belly adobo and other great pork cuts. Aussie meat is famous worldwide, and it's a staple here. You'll find great cuts like spare ribs and fillets. Plus, free-range chicken, the one in this green packaging, for $16.99 per kg. If you're after a more budget-friendly option, regular fillets are available for $12.99, meaning going free-range comes with about a 30% price premium. Aldi continuous support to local Aussie farmers while also fighting food waste is a big part of their mission down under. Over at the end cap, they've highlighted the Expressi system for coffee. You can see it here under. Do we agree that it looks like an espresso machine? Anyway, on the other side, a well-designed nuts display with a huge variety. Let's check out the ready-to-cook fridges. Did you know that Aussies are fan of barbecues? That's why those fridges are packed with burger patties, sausages, salmon, all the good stuff. The barbecues are going to be legendary. Gotta say, pretty wild how this Aldi feels so familiar, even on the other side of the world. This deli section is a perfect example. It's packed with ham, salami, bacon, turkey. The selection is huge, especially for Aldi, which usually only carries the essentials in each category. Speaking of essentials, here's the one that goes with pizza, garlic bread. That is the fridge I wanted to show you, the one filled with international products, quiches, mini pastas, spring rolls, and even noodles. Nice Australian orange juice, $4.99 for 2 liters, not bad. The rest of the juice selection is pretty limited. The cheese selection is pretty solid. And the fun part in this country is that the regular cheese they call a tasty cheese. It is the one in green or blue packs. The color coding is respected for all kind of packaging. That very well done. Sorry mate. Did you know that Aldi's pallet setup is actually a very advanced science? They optimize them to the max, so teams waste as little time as possible when unloading them in stores. $6.99 for 500 grams salted butter. Good price. Next up, the yogurt section. They've got a huge range, including protein yogurts and Greek-style Premier, which is the Aldi premium brand. So, you've got both lower cost and premium Aldi options. The final fridge is for cream and desserts, with delicious crepes and custard. The category signage throughout the store is pretty impressive, and this one is no exception. For milk, you've got 1 liter full cream for $1.55, 2 liter for $4.49, currently on deal at $4.35, meaning a 14 cents or 3% rebate, and 1 liter organic for $2.39. Wow, that's a 50% markup for organic. Anyway, it's pretty interesting to see all the different refrigerated milk options available. Nice, it's the confectionery section. There's a mix of local and international brands. The red pack is Allen's, a famous Aussie candy brand. Oh, check out these M&Ms, priced at $4.39 or $4.19 on promotion. That's 20 cents or 5% cheaper. There's Chaucer chocolate, Aldi's own brand, with a huge selection. They've also got international brands like Cadbury, Mars, Kit Kat, and Mercy. And don't forget Knoppers, one of the first international brands Aldi carried. Fun fact, they even have a nut version, which is part of a huge trend right now. Look at this selection of crackers. This is for sure a very popular product. Cookies are hit products too. Nice that they carry local producer Arnott's, and of course some other major brands like Oreo and McVitie's. Quite a nice choice of cookies as well as the local hero, Tim Tam. The confectionery category is definitely key. Look at its shelf space. Coffee and hot chocolate are getting much less. Cool, they also sell gift cards. First aisle done. Let's move on to the next part. Here are the Aldi special buys. They're placed right in the center of the store because they're great traffic builders, and they drop twice a week. This time, you can find this amazing wooden pizza oven. We'll come back to that later. But first, let's check out the beverages. Here's some local water. 18 bottles of mineral water for $8.99. While one bottle costs 75 cents. There's also a gallon of water for $4.39. Next up, the snacks. We start with popcorn, then move on to a massive selection of potato chips, because in Australia, chips means fries. First, you've got the pantry-sized boxes, and then the single packs. You might notice a brand that looks a lot like Lay's or Smith's, but it's actually Aldi's copycat brand, Sprinters. Let's go healthy with the huge selection of protein and cereal bars. Lots of choice, with a regional favorite, Milo. It is super popular in a pack. They sell paleo options too, as well as a personal favorite, whole food balls. They go for $4.99 and they are super delicious. When we look at the shelf size for the snacks, it is quite big too. Australian must love munching. On the other side, we've got more special buys. We'll come back to that later. Now, let's check out the ambient milk section. First off, the category signage looks amazing. On the left, you've got the regular milk cartons on pallets, and on the right, mostly non-dairy options, with different colored packs depending on the main ingredient. Lactose-free options too. Wow, the milk pallets are pretty big. What is the right complement for the breakfast? The bread spreads. The gorgeous category signage highlights what they love: peanut butter, jam, and honey. Not yet cocoa spreads like Nutella, even though they sell it. Honey choice is quite big, much larger than jams. If you are not a spread person, the cereal choice is pretty solid. First up, the granola, muesli, oats. In either regular, paleo or organic version. Ah, Weet-Bix, a super popular local favorite. You'll notice there aren't too many brands in this section. It's mostly bran, fruity cereals, grains, or honey-based options. The main brands here are Kellogg's, with Cocoa Pops and Nutri-Grain, and Nestle, with the must-have Milo. It is interesting to see that the shelf share for cereals is quite decent, much bigger than the spreads one. What about those category boards? Absolutely top-notch. In it, they look great and make it super easy to see which are the key subcategories. Perfect example here. What are we going to find in the shelf? Pasta sauce, pasta, and rice. So, no surprise, the first thing you'll find on these shelves is canned vegetables, with Moody tomato cans, plus some international options like stir-fry and curry sauces. Personally, I found this selection quite nice. Allows you to cook dishes from all around the world. Great example here with the coconut milk next to the tomato paste. Then comes a pretty big pasta section. A pack of spaghetti goes for just 89 cents, which is super competitive, and fettuccine for 99 cents, really solid prices. Pasta are not that popular in Australia. This selection is quite big for an Aussie grocery store. In other Aldi stores around the world, there are branded pasta too, but not here, maybe for that reason. 100% of Aldi stores run on renewable power, and they've been doing it since 2021. Next up, the rice section. What a great selection. Jasmine, Mexican, long grain, fried rice. So cool. And once again, the signage is on point. Right next to it, you've got some awesome Asian and Tex-Mex meal packs, plus a pretty solid assortment of spices and soups. And here's something Aldi does really well, the mixed carton, which is super smart logistically, efficient and practical. They love to advertise that there are Australia's lowest prices. Aldi wants to be an everyday go-to, and they make that message super clear. That's why there's a super awesome mix of products too. Take ketchup, for example. They've got their private label version, but also Heinz, at $2.49 for 300 milliliters. And check this out, another mixed carton, this time with Magnificauce and Incredisauce. Love it. This shelf is very interesting. Check out the mustard mixed carton. You get 2 varieties packed together in one carton. So efficient. Moving on, a huge selection of white vinegar. Aussies must love it because it gets a ton of shelf space. No surprise to see lots of different oils. Main ones are olive oil, coconut oil, and, of course, white vinegar. The olive oil here is locally made and really good quality. Next up, the baking section. Looks like there are not so many varieties in it. Let's check out on the gorgeous board which one they advertise. Brownie, pancake, and cupcake mixes. Honestly, it's starting to feel like Aussies have a serious sweet tooth. And this section is absolutely going to back me up, because it's all about flour, raw sugar, and sugar. Now, let's talk prices. A 1 kilo pack of this self-raising flour goes for $1.29, or $2.19 if you go for the wholemeal version. Plain flour is $1.29 as well. A pack of sugar is $2.59, which feels a bit pricey. What is your feeling? They've also got organic sugar and mixed sugar, so overall, a solid selection. In the Sweet Tooth Paradise Alley, what can we find after? Yes, the eggs. They have the usual options: organic, barn, free-range, and caged eggs. Let's do a fun exercise. What is the price difference between them? 12 extra large cage eggs, $4.99. 12 XL barn-laid eggs, $5.19, or 4% more. While 12 jumbo free-range costs $6.49, 30% more than the cage ones available. Here we are in the bread section, and wow, it's massive. Their lovely category signage highlights croissants, cakes, and muffins, while when we look at the shelf it is more about packed bread, baguettes, buns, most of them placed in these amazing delivery boxes. Aldi's got a fun slogan here: butter me up in search of the perfect bread without spending too much dough. Love it. What are the highlights here? Light rye, brioche, and crumpets. Now, let's talk prices. If you go for the big softie, it's $3.89. But if you're looking for a more budget-friendly option, there's another loaf for $2.69. Not bad at all. Right across from here, the freezer section. This was shot in October, which means it's spring in Australia. Maybe that's why ice creams are already out. You'll notice some shortages in the right freezer, but overall, there's a great selection. They carry big name brands like Cadbury, but also a wide range of Aldi's own brands. In sticks, the mix branded and private label is good too. Prices are around $6 Aussie. Not bad. Moving further down, there's puff pastries, some more ice cream pots, cakes, and party pies. A true Aussie classic. Next, we get into more international flavors, like prawn agro, lots of different dumplings. With my favorite one, the soup dumpling. Then, of course, pizza, a solid selection, including the best margarita pizza ever. Bold name, amazing, looking forward to get a piece of it. And what else is hiding in these stunning freezers? Quesadillas, samosas, naan, and, of course, even more delicious pizzas. Frozen food is one of Aldi's key pillars, worldwide. We will discover what is hiding behind the I'm Good by Nature. First, let's have a look at the 100% renewable ad. They are very proud of it. Now, we're heading into the healthier section, but first, a quick look at the Just Organic end cap. You can already tell it's healthy because it's green. Aldi definitely plays on that. One of the huge trends here? Nuts, seeds, and trail mixes. There's a huge variety, salted, unsalted, mixed nuts, peanuts, you name it. Alongside, you've got canned fruits, beans, corned beef. It's Australia, after all, and beef jerky, which Aussies love. Then, there's an impressive selection of international flavors in the soup section. Wonton, laksa. Do you know where laksa is from? Indonesia, Singapore, and Malaysia. Baked bean bread. And even canned spaghetti. Never tried that one, but it sure is interesting. Heinz baked beans, a staple down under. Lots of soups, even Campbell's is here, at $1.99. Did you know that it was made in Australia? Right after this huge corned beef choice, lots of Asian flavors, with pho, nanshan ramyun, mee goreng noodles, as well as lots of Aldi's instant noodles, mainly chicken and beef flavors. It really shows how Australia caters to so many different cultures and tastes. Moving on to canned fish. With tuna priced at $1.29 for Italian style and oil. And, of course, more of Aldi's signature mixed cartons. We'll circle back to that later. A quick look back at the gorgeous cereals board. Before entering a new aisle, 3 already done, a few more to go. It looks like we've entered the home products section, and wow, there's a lot to see. First up, cleaning and hygiene essentials. Toilet cleaners, household sprays, dish soap, you name it, it's here. Oh, and check this out, Logic brand, a perfect copycat of Finish. Aldi does love its look-alike brands. And here is another one, Dyson. Do we agree that it looks quite close to Vanish Oxy Action? To come back to this category, it's quite huge. Prices are absolutely mind-blowing too. Here's something amazing, a pet food fridge. Yes, right inside the shelf, keeping refrigerated pet products fresh. Next to it, with Julius, their own brand, are the yellow cans reminding you of another well-known band, Pal? Same here with the treats in the red boxes. How lovely and fun are those packs? Look, pig ears, nice copycat of a famous Aussie brand, Schmackos. $1.19 for 75 grams dime cat food. This is catalicious. On to something different, the clearance section. A great place to snag a deal, maybe even a bike. We'll check this out later. Let's wrap up the food section. back to the freezers, and oh, seafood. This is the seafood in the cafe series, mostly delicious deep-fried products, like those T-Rex bites. Interesting. Ah, and this freezer is empty. Seems like frozen food is in high demand. Oh, sorry, I concluded this too fast. They are getting it ready for Christmas. Look at these. They clearly are celebration products, and as we are mid-October, it is the time to set it up. Nice. Another selection of deep-fried products, calamari, squid, and fish fillets, among others. Big packs of chicken wings. Lovely crispy battered and fish fingers for a bit more than $8. Even lamb shanks and beef patties. Here we are back to some more pub food, with nuggets, onion rings, even chicken breast tenders, at $3.99. Once again, quite a good price. Wonderful. They also have some delicious health and vitality products, like this tuna mornay or a stunning chicken mushroom. Wow, those fit products look amazing. Beef burrito bowl, lemon and pepper chicken. When I am back in Australia, I will for sure go to Aldi, especially with this $2.99 lasagna. That's it for the huge frozen food part. Clearly, a priority for Aldi in Australia. Nice, we get a clear view of the self-checkout, but as you can see, it's not the most popular option. As it is not busy, let's take a quick look at the perfect treats in the I'm Refreshing, mostly branded drinks with Coca-Cola, Red Bull, and Gatorade. Moving on to checkout shelf products, Mentos, a variety of snacks, and impulse buy items are neatly displayed. We start with Sunlit and Jump, along with Fizzy, Aldi's own line of soda drinks. Then there's Flying Power, which appears to be their energy drink, and of course, a selection of Red Bull. For reference, a 4-pack of Red Bull costs $8.99. Next, we have Gatorade, with a large bottle priced at $3.99, sitting next to Cooper's Light, a popular non-alcoholic beer. Moving on to Coca-Cola, a 6-pack is priced at $7.99, but Aldi's own cola offers 12 cans for $8.29, almost half the price per can. To prevent Aldi from disrupting market pricing, major brands often sell unique product formats exclusively to Aldi. For example, Coca-Cola offers a 1.5-liter bottle for $2.99, making it harder to directly compare prices with other retailers. To finish on its prices, $29.99 for 30 cans, nearly $1 per can. Further down the aisle, we see orange juice, small juice boxes, and sparkling water, including San Benedetto, an imported Italian brand. Now, let's check out the special buys section, but first, take a moment to admire how modern, clean, and well organized this store is. Most Aldi locations in Australia follow this same high standard. Since it's close to Halloween, we still see festive decorations. How lovely are those ghosts, pumpkins, and candy buckets? Wow, the Halloween treats are so cool. Full of brands, with a perfect mix of Aussie and international ones. An amazing item is this Trick or Treat Mega Mix, which contains 60 packs of treats in a super well-designed box. You can even cut out the side to create a mask. Thanks to it, kids will be for sure Halloween superstars. It is for sure one here. Look at the space given to it. But here are some big brands: Nutella, Oreo, Coca-Cola, and Lay's, which, in Australia, is branded as Smith's. Just to give an idea of pricing, you can get an Oreo and Coca-Cola combo for $5.99. And for something uniquely Australian, check out Jumpies, a fun snack featuring a kangaroo mascot. As we move forward, we start seeing seasonal and year-end products, like the classic panettone. As you can see at the bottom of the racks, the red color signals the end of year season, and Aldi invites you to go a little extra. What's next? More panettone, including a mini version for just $3.99. And one of my absolute favorite things in Australia, the Chupa Chups Summer Advent Calendar. It is so cool. Advent calendars are a big deal here, and Aldi has plenty, like the trolley one, sitting right in the middle of all the seasonal goodies. There's also a Mon Cherie copycat, pralines, and all kinds of chocolates. Even Cadbury has an advent calendar. Look how massive the Christmas year-end product selection is, and we're only in mid-October. It's not even peak season yet. Up next, mini crispy cookies and the delicious marzipan stollen, plum pudding, and just like that, we're back to the deals, painting supplies, pens, and more. On the other side of the special buys, there's the wood-fired pizza oven we saw earlier. What else? Oh, this is funny, a cordless lawnmower at a pretty decent price. And plenty of at-home accessories too. Like the cutest Casalux nightlights shaped like a koala or a unicorn. Then you've got tea gel and more surprises waiting around the corner. Like this one. Scrub Daddy for $4.49. So cool to see it here. Ugh, that is also super cool. Did you know it is an Australian brand? As you can see, Aldi has an amazing selection of products. No wonder it's been so successful. Take these bubble balls, for example. I'd love to give them a try, especially since there's plenty of space here to roll around in them. Aldi keeps things fresh by changing up its special buys twice a week, every Wednesday and Saturday. So each visit feels like a mini treasure hunt. And they're smart about it too. These deals are set right along the grocery aisles, so you're bound to pick up extra items on your way. Like right here, diapers, or nappies, as they say down under, and wipes. Then we've got a bunch of kids' marmalade, followed by personal hygiene and cleaning products. Moving into personal care, there's everything from mouthwash to razors. But my favorite? The Colgate Mix Box featuring Minions and Bluey. How fun is that? By the way, Bluey is a local jewel. It originates from Brisbane. Let's keep moving. We've got the Lakira skincare end cap. Pretty amazing how they've dedicated an entire shelf to this award-winning skincare line. And with the fancy lighting, it's looking top tier. Ah yes, toilet paper. Gotta love sorbet with the cockatoo, super famous in Australia. Then there's Kleenex. They are quite well highlighting on it that it is made in Australia. Look, your bum is a hero. My personal favorite brand, who gives a crap? Best name ever. They've got two versions, a fancier pack and a more regular one, both perfect for the eco-conscious bums. Moving along, Aldi's own toilet paper, Confidence, and then Aussie brand Quilton. Fun fact, they produce for Aldi too. On the shelf, there's a solid selection of disposable bowls, cutlery, drinkware, and dinner plates. Handy for a quick and easy cleanup. Aldi's definitely got you covered. Alright, we're almost at the end of the tour, so let's check out the last few special buys we haven't seen yet. And wow, they've got a ton of home improvement stuff, like, look at this painting section. Huge selection. Oh, and of course, pool cleaners and even pool covers. Makes sense since we're in a super sunny region. But here's something funny. They have Finish here, but not on the regular shelves. And wait, what is this? Seriously, look at this. It's a toilet paper stack that turns into a gnome. From Who Gives a Crap? Genius. A few more home products. Since it's spring here and summer's just around the corner, They've got fans and air purifiers for those hot Aussie days ahead. So funny that the rollout is in October. And now we're wrapping it up with the final part of the special buys. We've got a massive fridge, home products galore, and everything from Christmas cooking gear to a Marvel Advent calendar. Toys, even washing machines. They've got home improvement tools. Some dinner plates. Dog treats. Yep, Julius is back. You'll find all sorts of deals, like Head and Shoulders for $10.49. Let's wrap up the tour with a visit to the liquor store. It's a wine lover's paradise, offering a wide selection of wines that even a wine snub would love. Australia is known for its wine, and Aldi sources some of the best locally. They have all kinds of it, red, white, sparkling, all pretty amazing. They also have a good variety of beers, like Great Northern, Carton Dry, Leo, and even international ones like Corona. Spirits are on offer as well, including Sapporo beer. The selection is a great mix of local and international options, with a focus on Australian breweries. That's the end of the tour. Next time you enjoy a great glass of wine or beer, think about subscribing to our channel. I hope you enjoyed discovering Australia's lowest prices. Thank you for watching. Feel free to explore more Aldi tours on this channel. Have a wonderful day.